What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BMAX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have some hobby news for the Digimon TCG. We're doing another hobby news discussion talking about tournament stuff here. Something happened yesterday. It was a little bit frustrating, and it's something that I wanted to bring to light because it's one of these things that just gives me indicators that they're just not caring as much about the Digimon TCG as they used to, and it's just not as important. So we're going to get into it here. We're going to talk about the Ultimate Cup Season 2, and we're going to look at it and see what our thoughts on all this are. So hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below, we love your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of fun. Alright, well, this is going to be probably just a nice little short one here. So we have our Digimon card Ultimate Cup Season 2. Of course, we only have the one online event. We'll go here. Top Cut events, November 8th. I've played at other tournaments where they were the TO. So click here for registration. Now, if you go down here, application period 4, please be aware that the exact registration date and time may vary by tournament organizer. Please see individual links for events or social media pages for more details. The time below is a guideline provided only for reference. All right, well, yes, that is true. But for most cases, it's been accurate. So they're saying August 31st, which was yesterday, North America, 9 a.m. Pacific time to 12 p.m. Eastern time. And then Oceania, 12 AEST, I don't know what that stands for. Applications for side event, Ultimate Cups will be at the main tournament venue on the day of. So basically, it's only for the online because the other stuff is prize. But if we come down here, I can't remember if they have a link to the regionals here. No, they don't have a link. If we go back to the main page and we look at the regionals, they have more dates here. Right down here. So August events, May, September events, June, October events, July, November events, August. And as far as I know, all of these were accurate. I know it says it's a guideline only, but generally, every single time I've ever signed up for a tournament, it's always been the exact end of month date that Bandai gave. And there's always been good communication about it. And it's always been 3 months before the event. Well, not today. So if we go back to the Ultimate Cup here, it's supposed to be yesterday, was supposed to be the application date for the one online we have, which is ridiculous. Top Cut events doing the one online. Oh, there's the link to the regionals. Missed it right above there. Doing the one online Ultimate Cup on November 8th. So technically, August 31st would be 3 months ahead. Well, if you go over to RK9, you can see it's not open. See, we can close this and go back and click on it again. And we'll see here, it's not open. So a lot of people, myself included, were waiting at 9 o'clock yesterday morning, wasting our time, our valuable time, trying to get into one of these tournaments because, you know, it's an online and there's people like me who live on an island. It's really hard to go to other events. So we want to kind of make it to those online events, which we're not getting a lot of anymore. So it's nice to be able to, you know what time, you know, it's not nowhere on this page does it say that signups. You know, and I have the Discord for Top Cut events because I've gone to their events. So people are waiting for it to open at 9 o'clock yesterday. They started asking questions. Top Cut was like, oh, we'll check into it. And then they're like, oh, well, sign-up's not till September 28th. Well, you didn't post that anywhere. You don't post that anywhere here that sign-up is the 28th, that it's not the 31st. No good event. Now it's on the Discord, but if you haven't ever been to a Top Cut event and you haven't added their Discord, well then you don't know that, and you have to have Discord in order to, you know, figure that out. So this to me is just really like there's got to be a way to put the actual registration start date in here. I mean, there's a lot of information that's kind of like doesn't matter. But that to me is something, because people spend time waiting. You spent a half an hour waiting for an answer yesterday. So from 9 to 9:30, just waiting, sitting there waiting, hoping they'd get a spot at a tournament. Now that they got to come back and do it on the 28th. And this kind of gets into what I'm talking about how I feel like the game is going in the wrong direction. So this is the second time this has happened. The first time that they couldn't get the link open on time and had to wait about 20 to 45 minutes before they opened the link for everyone. They weren't ready. And famously, this has not been the case with other tournaments. I've been going to tournaments for years now. Maybe not the first year of Digimon, but the second year, pretty much EX2 and on. I've been going to as many tournaments as I can. So I have pretty good experience about signing up and about, time frame, when the stuff goes live. It's usually 3 months ahead, and it's usually consecutively every month after every month. So last month in July, end of July, people signed up for October events, and in June I signed up for the September events. So mathematically speaking, this would be the month to sign up for November events. But now it's the end of September. So you'll be signing up for a November event and potentially December events if there is any. So this to me is just silly. It's just really silly. And I'm hoping that they do better. I'm not really impressed with Top Cut events on this. They're just kind of like, oh, we're sorry, and that's fine. But at the same time, it's like, oh, Bandai didn't change their website to reflect the information. No, you need to change your website to reflect the correct information, because Bandai won't do anything. Bandai is way bigger than you, and they don't care. So if you're the TO, you guys need to make the effort to get in there and to just, give some basic information, because Bandai's not going to do a damn thing. We know that by now. So I definitely think this is a bummer, because a lot of people were wasting their time waiting. We have to wait another month to sign up for the November event, which is, moot point and stuff like that. But it's just the fact that you wasted a lot of people's time, and it doesn't show a direction of, if people really cared about Digimon, if TOs and Bandai really cared about Digimon, stuff like this wouldn't happen. And it's just kind of one more thing that's kind of like going in there that kind of makes you go, oh, do they really care about this game? And I hope they do, because I want this game to be around for a long time. I enjoy this game so much, and I'm hoping that it just gets better and better. But it just always seems like they're pulling stunts that indicate that they have no time or effort to really make this a fun experience for the fans, for the people that have been playing this game, for future players, and really supporting the tournament scene. And we talked about tournament pricing yesterday, and that was a part of it too. So it just really feels really cheap, and I don't like that feeling. And I hope if other people felt like that, I know how you feel, and I'm really disappointed, and I hope we get better, because I don't want this to be like Digimon is dying kind of video, because I don't think it's dying. I just think that there's a lack of care, a lack of due care about it, because they got their hands in so many pies right now, and they got Gundam on the brain, and One Piece is really popular for them. And of course it is. It's one of the most popular anime shows forever. Like, how Digimon would probably be one of the most popular anime shows ever if you guys kept making content, but you guys stopped making content all the time for long swaths of time, whereas One Piece has been going forever. Digimon kept being made, I think it would be, maybe not as popular as One Piece, but maybe it'd be up there. The fact that we have so much content that was never dubbed, and so much content that just generally hasn't come out, like Liberator webcomic would made a good anime. They're working on a new anime right now, but if there was more throughout the years, because there's long periods of time as a kid, I loved Adventure 02. I loved Tamers. I didn't really care for Frontier as much, but Frontier is still really great. And I really liked Data Squad, but I never saw Data Squad on TV. I didn't see it until I could download it, or until I could buy it on DVD. So, and then of course, there was Cross Wars, which I enjoyed and watched as well. But then Cross Wars, the Hunters never got a dub, and so like these are the things that it maybe like limit you from being able to enjoy this. People have been getting One Piece for 20 years consistently, even when the dub wasn't being done. I mean, it eventually came back and full bore, right? And now it's caught up 1,000 episodes to the sub. So I just think there's a big difference in how they've done Digimon, and I think that like if they did it better overall in all aspects, it would be a much more popular thing. I mean, who doesn't like Pokemon where instead of digivolving a cat into a lion, you digivolve into a refrigerator with a machine gun? But that's my thought on that. Like I said, not super happy with this whole thing. And like I said, I know this says guideline, but it's just one of those things. This came up, this got posted, early August. So we've known about it for a month. So they had a month to potentially change the date to September 28th somewhere so people knew not to be hanging around watching out for registration on the 31st. A month. I mean, that's a lot of time. Someone who works, if I take a month to do something, I'm probably getting that I should be doing it in a day or two. I'm probably getting talked to. So, but it just goes to show you, the difference of the disparity of responsibility for some kind of organizations. But yeah, that's it. So if you guys are hoping to sign up for this Ultimate Cup, this one and only online Ultimate Cup, where there's limited spots, the 464 person pods, so that's about a 200, 264, 128, so 256. So 256 spaces for people. 464 person pods. If you're looking to sign up for this, September 28th is the day. Don't miss it. I think it's like 10 Central. If you have the Top Cut Discord, go there. If you don't, if you know someone who does, maybe get them to add you on the Top Cut Discord so that you can see it. It's in the tournament announcements folder. Yeah, like we said, it's just an unfortunate thing, especially when it's the only one. Like, we might not get another one. I think we might get one in February, just because if you kind of like look at the last season with we got one in April and then we got one in July. We might get one in February because February is famously, like last year, they did a couple Ultimate Cups in February. I hope they do a couple in February, honestly, because 2 online Ultimate Cups for the entire, each season. You used to get like 4 or more per season of those things, of those online Ultimate Cups. And same with the regionals. You used to get 3 of each season you used to get 3 to 4 of each season regional, and there used to be 3 seasons, not 3 waves a year of participation regionals. And you'd at least get 3 of the first 2 and 4 of the last one. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that that's the way it's gone. And they're really not doing that many more online. Like, if anything, you're losing 3 to 4 online regionals per year, and you're gaining 1 in person. So take that with what you will. Oh, they're doing more in-person events. They're doing 1. So it's, all around not a great feeling, but that's how we're going with the Digimon TCG right now. Hope this gets better. I hope people are not annoyed. I know a lot of people are probably annoyed about this. And I hope that you stick with it, because I'm hoping that they will give the players and the game a little bit more respect going forward. But it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.